Here we are.
We're doing it.
Yes, we are. All right, so you guys are probably wondering what this is, right? We're going to tell you.
We will in a sec.
But first, we're going to say who we are.
I'm Queen.
I'm Raquel.
And you're watching, listening to QR Quoted. So I'm the Q.
And I'm obviously the R.
And we're glad you're here. Welcome.
Yes. We hope you stay.
Yes, please do. So before we get into like what we're doing here, we thought we'd use come up with 3 words to describe ourselves.
Yes.
So Raquel, you want to go first?
Yes, I can start. So my 3 words are reliable, grounded, and resilient. And I can tell you why I chose them.
Yeah.
All right. So reliable, because I feel like if people ask me to do something or they want my help with something, I can almost guarantee you that I'm going to help you do that and it's going to get done. Maybe you can vouch for that or not. How do you feel?
Oh, yeah.
Do you agree?
She'll always answer your texts.
Maybe I answer a little too fast.
I can't say the same for myself, though.
No, yeah, you don't. This girl drags, you guys.
Definitely probably one of the most reliable people in my life.
Thanks. Okay. I'm also grounded, like I mentioned. Grounded because I feel like I know where I'm supposed to be at a certain time. It might take me a while to get there. It might take me a while to feel confident that I'm supposed to be here in this moment. But once I am in that moment, I know that this is my time. I'm supposed to be here and nothing's going to sway me right or left, you know?
You're not like easily shaken.
No.
Yeah.
And resilient because kind of following the grounded. Once I know that I'm meant to be doing something, I'm going to get it done somehow, one way or another. It might take me a day, month, week, who knows, longer. But it's going to get done and I know that I can do it.
Yeah, despite whatever obstacles are thrown at you.
Yes.
When you've set your mind to something. No matter how difficult the process is. Yeah. You're resilient.
Yes. What about your 3 words?
Okay, so my 3 words, well, my first one is, in my true Gemini nature, I'd like to think I'm a very adaptable person. So adaptable, committed, and reflective.
Nice.
So like I said, adaptable, I think socially, I'm pretty flexible when it comes to like fitting into the situations. I am a reserved person, but like if I'm with the youngins, I can be one of the youngins. If I'm with the grandmas, I can be one of the grandmas. And I also think I'm adaptable when I'm thrown into new situations. I'm pretty open-minded. And as a result, like I adapt. So yeah, committed. It takes a lot for me to like start something new. I really try to outweigh the pros and cons. I think things through quite a bit, maybe
too much
sometimes.
Don't we?
Yeah, and when I start something, it's very difficult for me to quit. I remember in like 4th grade when I was deciding what instrument I wanted to play, if I wanted to be in band or orchestra. It literally took me like a week to pick because
what did you end up choosing?
I played the flute until senior year of high school.
Okay, that's impressive. That's a long time.
Yeah. So I'm pretty committed, to the people in my life, to the things I'm passionate about. I think things through and then I set my mind to it and I can't quit. Sometimes, even if I need to, I'll fight for it until I get it right. And then last but not least, I'm reflective.
Yes.
And I think, I wish more people would be more reflective. But I think it's so important to be able to reflect on your actions, your interactions, your relationships. And that's how you grow and that's how you like be better and do better. So
you reflect on the good and the bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. and like why I did what I did and why I said what I said in the moment. Even though I'm not a very impulsive person, like, but I still reflect. And I think it's a big part of why I am what I am and why I do what I do. And it plays a role in like all aspects of my life. So, yeah.
Okay. So since you went there, why you do what you do, why don't you tell us what you do?
Okay. So a little bit more about me. I am 26 years old. And I am a teacher. I teach high school English. I teach freshman English and sophomore English. It is a blast. It's fun. And I am a wife.
Heck yeah, she is. Heck yeah.
I don't know. Am I still a newlywed? When does that end? I don't know. Maybe after
Never.
the first year. No, right? Live like you were always a newlywed.
Yes, that is the motto.
Yeah, I swear.
It should be the motto, actually.
It should be.
Yeah.
I got married on July 23rd, 2022, and it was the best day of my life. Iconic.
It was pretty fun.
Yes. I'm involved in my church community. I think preserving our faith and our culture is super important, and the best place that we do that is within our church. If you're unaware, that's the Assyrian Church of the East. I'm not going to get into too many details, but I like to see myself as a mentor. I've held like positions of leadership, and while I've taken a step back from like specific positions right now, just because of like this new chapter in my life after getting married, I'd like to think I'm still a mentor and I'm always available to help. So yeah, some of my hobbies, I love coffee. I love everything coffee. I love coffee shops. I love making coffee. I'll have multiple cups of coffee a day.
Yeah, too much.
I love to read. I like to think I'm a pretty creative person. And yeah, that's me.
Lovely.
What about you?
What about me? Okay, I'm 24. I'm a Cancer. I am also a student. I'm in pharmacy school right now. I'm in my 3rd year.
All the power to you.
Yeah, thank you. I need it. It was like, it is still one of the hardest things I've done in my life, but it's rewarding knowing that the end is near and, I only have like 1 more year left, so it's exciting.
Kind of flew by. I mean, as long as the days probably felt for you.
Yes, yes. Everyone told me it's going to fly by, right? And people tell you that about like everything, and you're just like, no, it's not. And when you're in the moment, it definitely does not feel that way. Let me tell you. Okay?
Yeah.
I like contemplated like life, but it's okay. But yeah, the end is near, and it's okay. It's all good. So that's one part of me. I work part-time. I'm heavily also involved in my church, my community, same church as she mentioned, Assyrian Church of the East. It's given me everything that I have, so I feel like it's very important for me to just repay that. It keeps me grounded, reminds me of who I am, where I came from, all that good stuff, without getting into too much detail, right? I come from a big family. I have 2 older siblings. They each have kids of their own, so that's super fun for me, being the cool aunt.
You became an aunt when you were very young.
Yeah, I was 9 years old. So that's why I call myself the cool aunt, because I was young and I'm still young and cool. And I'm at the age now where my sister's kids want to hang out with me and like don't want to be home. They want me to take them out, So I think that's pretty cute. My niece like raids my closet all the time. Like she's 14, but wearing the stuff that I wear now. I'm like, okay, like sure.
Go for it.
Yeah, like you go, girl, But I love those kids. They are just so fun. Yeah. So that's me in a spiel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's kind of get into like what we're doing here.
Like what is going on?
QR quoted. What do you quote? What
does that even mean? Yeah. Well, I guess we can just talk about like how it all started, right? It all started here in this setup that you're seeing right now.
Yeah. If you don't know where we are currently sitting in my dining room in my 1-bedroom apartment. Yep. This is where it all started. This is our set.
For now. Yeah. It was a Friday night. we've talked about this, man, when we were like kids, just talking about like possibly like venturing out and doing something different and seeing like where that can go, but we never acted upon it.
Yeah.
We never told anyone about it either. We just kind of went off on this like thought in the back of our minds for so long.
Yeah, like when we were younger, we'd be like, oh, like we should make a YouTube channel and like talk about our nail polish and our lip gloss.
Yeah.
And we just loved that. And I think we had that creative bone in our bodies, and so, but we just never did anything about it. It would just be between the two of us when we were younger, and then like years would go on and it wouldn't come up, and then on a Friday night about almost 2 months ago now.
Yeah, we were sitting having dinner with your husband and then my boyfriend,
Yes.
and they just literally ignited the spark. Literally, it was all because of them.
We were talking about books and like.
Yeah, we were kind of maybe going off on a tangent about a book that we had
and
recently
reading,
read.
like we wanted to talk about it, and they're like, "Well, why don't you start like a podcast talking about books?"
Yeah.
We're like, we don't want to like
only talk about books.
Yeah, like we can and we will, but we didn't want to like box ourselves into that because, and you'll hear us say this, like we want this to feel like you're part of a cozy conversation with your two big sisters.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we kept asking ourselves a few questions, though, that would kind of limit
Intentionally, I was just asking myself all the time, like, are people actually going to listen to us? Are we that interesting? You know, like, can we offer something worth listening to?
Yeah.
You know, and that was something that I was just so nervous about going in, but I just hope that we can just relay this, like, level of transparency to each other, of course, because, like, we already know each other, but obviously to our listeners and our viewers. So we hope that you guys really feel the realness.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I think we've always, like, between each other and with other people we've interacted with, we like to think we keep it pretty real. And something that I think all our lives, like, we've grown up together. For people who don't know, we are related. We're second cousins, so our grandparents are siblings, but also we've grown up as each other's best friends, and we're like sisters. So there have been times where, and for the both of us, like, words have so much power for the both of us, I think, equally.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have our fun, like, silly moments, but, like, we also can get deep, and we always have been able to. And I think that's super awesome, and it's one thing that makes our relationship so special, and it's made our relationship so special over the years, and it's just grown and grown with us. There have literally been times when we've, like, been talking about something, and, like, we're like, that should have been recorded. Like, someone should have, like, written that
Where's
down.
the camera? Where's the mic?
And it's like, yeah, we just want it to feel like you're just listening to and hanging out with, like, your two big sisters and just talking about life and, like, everything from, you know, challenges and obstacles to, like, hey, like, what's on your Christmas wish list? Like, I don't know, just random things. Because you never know what someone needs to hear, right? Like, sometimes you don't even know what you want to listen to and what you need from that day, but, like, maybe this could provide something someone needs.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a little scary trying something new like this and putting yourself out there. So that kind of brings us to, like, this is very full circle because of how important words are to us. You know,
what is quoted mean?
What is the quoted and QR quoted?
Yep.
When we were brainstorming for this, I remember we were sitting in a coffee shop, and we were talking about, you know, little details. It's just so funny because this is such a, like, big deal for us right now. And so we were sorting through some, like, tiny little details, and we were like, we stumbled upon this quote that was, and I have it here. It's, scared, good. We don't grow when we stay inside our comfort zones. And it just, like, was exactly what we needed to see in the moment. Because this is way out of our comfort zones.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, I wrote this down and I want to read it as I wrote it. So it says, and this is just me taking notes on this, is growth is non-existent when we are limiting ourselves in our comfort zones. So, you know, we both have things we're good at, and you do it all the time, and it's something you're good at because it's your comfort zone. It's what you're comfortable with. It's what you are used to.
It's something you know you can do
Yeah.
without failing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, I preach that failure is... I don't even preach that failure is failure. And I've said this to people before, like, you either succeed or you learn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to look at failure as like an end-all, be-all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this quote just stood out to us so much. And also, like, we kind of wanted to tie it to, like, the importance of surrounding yourself with people who motivate you to be better.
Yes.
Whether that's intentionally or unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Push you, motivate you to be the best version. Oop.
You're good.
To push you and motivate you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
There needs to be a balance, though. I do think there should be a balance of, like, having those people around you in your life, but also you wanting to do it too. Because no matter how much someone is pushing you to do something, if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it.
I agree.
So who are those people for you?
I have 3 people, and they're jotted down over here. They're in no particular order, but as you mentioned, they offer something different. And one is simply of them just, like, being there. The others offer me a little bit more, like, emotionally, like on an emotional level, on a deeper level, I should say. But I'll start off with my mom. As a whole, she's just an amazing person, amazing soul, amazing heart. And I just want to do better for her all the time because she gave me so much and my siblings so much and our family so much. So I really try my best to make her proud and happy with all that I do. And then I have my sister. She is just there. There are times where, like, I don't talk to her as much just because, like, we're on different wavelengths or something, and, like, age ranges, of course.
Busy.
Life is busy. She has her own situation. She has her 3 kids, her dog, her husband, and all that stuff. And yeah, so, but she is just there, and that's really what I need. I just need her to be there for me, and I know that she's there for me. But at the same time, she's also super blunt. And while that's great, sometimes, other times, I just want to cry and, like, cry to her, and then she'll be like, get up, stop crying, like, what are you crying for? You're so much stronger than this, and blah blah blah, you know. So sometimes I really need to hear what she has to offer me.
She tells it as it is. It's like,
it's never around the bush with Rhonda.
She doesn't just tell you what you want to hear. She tells you what you need to hear.
Yes, and I respect her for that all the time. I can always count on her to do that for me, no matter what. And then last but not least, I have my boyfriend. He changed my life for the better.
Aww.
Yeah. We've been together for a while. It'll be 6 years soon. But him in general, I think our relationship in general is something that I have so much pride in and I hold on to so dearly because we worked so hard for it. So I think about myself, but I also think about how I impact his life and how he impacts mine and how my decisions impact us together and how they will even more in the future, right? So I strive to be the best that I can be for him and for us all the time. So, yeah.
That's awesome. That's beautiful.
Thanks. What about you? Who are your peeps?
So the people who push me or motivate me, whether that's intentionally or unintentionally, like, it could literally be, like, just who they are. You know, yeah, my friends, my family, but, like, I do want to take a second to just talk about my immediate family. I think they motivate me in a very unique way, and my immediate family is my mom, my dad, and my brother.
Nice.
My younger brother, he's 2 years younger than me, but, like, it always has felt like closer in age than that. So in terms of my brother, you know, if there's anyone who knows what you're going through while you're growing up, it's your sibling, because you're doing everything together and you're going through everything together. And so I think my brother is one of those who, like, I don't think he knows how much he motivates me, and I could get emotional just talking about it, but, like, he does. All my life, I always tried to be the best version of myself, you know, for myself, obviously, but, like, for him too, because we're in it together, you know, and we always will be in it together. It's like you and your siblings, right? And then my parents, obviously, I just always say, like, they've raised my brother and I in such a unique way. Like, they trusted us and we trusted them, and we've always been so open and honest with them. And we've had our struggles as a family, but I think, again, my parents aren't like on me all the time, like, you should do this and you should do that and you should do this and you should do that. Sure. And I think that's something that I value so much too, is like, they know that they did well, like they did their job right with like my brother and I. They never had to like worry about us in terms of like, oh, they're rebelling, or like, we kind of just like did what we needed to do, and we've never like had to hide things from them or anything. So I think because of that, I just naturally, like, when I accomplish something, I'm just like,
they're in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
I know how that feels. Yeah.
And then my students definitely don't know that they motivate me.
Yeah.
But to keep it simple, like, they're the reason why I do what I do. Teaching is not easy. And only like a tiny little part of it in the grand scheme of like all the things we do as teachers is like actually sitting in the classroom with students or like teaching students. So they don't know it, but like, they're the reason why I do what I do.
Yeah.
And do all the other things behind the scenes of like what teaching actually is. And then last but not least, my husband.
Her hubby. You guys.
She said it, not me. I'm kind of weird when it comes to like nicknames like that.
It's okay. But I will be that person for you, don't worry.
It's a teamwork, and I think my actions and my decisions are influenced by him and vice versa. And he's the most important person in my life, and
my heart.
And our future is, it's the both of us, right? So like, him knowingly and unknowingly, he's really great about like verbalizing like that motivation, but also like sometimes he doesn't even need to say it, but like him being there motivates me.
I love that.
But again, like I mentioned earlier, it's not just about like the people. It has to come from within. That like intrinsic motivation needs to be there, because no matter how many amazing people you have in your life, or like how much they are telling you to do something that you're scared of, or like try something new, if you don't want to, it's not going to happen. Like, if you don't have that motivation, it's not going to happen. At
the end of the day, you're going to be the one physically doing that. So, yeah, as you said, if you physically, emotionally, mentally can't see yourself doing that, it'll be harder. But I think that these people and who you surround yourself with in general are such great bonuses. And they keep you rooted, they keep you strong, and they really help you get to where you want to be, or that end point, whatever that is for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And maybe there is no like end goal. It's just, taking life one day at a time.
Yeah, sure.
Right? You want a balance of like having that around you, and then also you motivating yourself. So that kind of leads us to like, we're coming to a close here for this
wrapping up.
First episode, but like, we don't know where this is going. But we're shooting our shot.
Yep.
Challenging ourselves, definitely, creatively. And, like, we were craving that creative outlet, and so this is a good opportunity for it. And we had that fire within us to start it, and then we also had, like, the people around us who we value most telling us, like, hey, you can do it. And it's reassuring, and it's motivating, and it kind of pushed us to, like, okay, let's try it. We don't know where it's going to go. We have no idea. But maybe you'll never hear this or see this. We hope not, but
yeah, we hope to stick around if it lasts, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point of trying something new. And I kind of want to just repeat the quote again. And it's scared, good. We don't grow when we stay inside our comfort zones. I don't know, is there anything else you want to add before we like close off?
No. Other than I'm getting emotional, but yeah.
It's okay, because then I'm gonna cry.
I'm about to, but it's okay.
So with all of that being said, we hope you hang out with us next time, to have a little cozy conversation with your two big sisters. I'm Queen.
And I'm Raquel.
And you're listening to
QR coded.
High five.
That felt so good.